Welcome to Las Vegas Motor Speedway and Fox Sports coverage of the Cobalt Tools 400. Alongside Hall of Famer Darrell Waltrip, I'm Mike Joy.
Mike, do you feel lucky today? Well, there's going to be a lot of gambling going on at this place. The progressive banking here makes this track very fun to drive. The drivers like it a lot, and you're going to see an exciting race. I can promise you that.
Jimmie Johnson's a four-time winner here, but is he the favorite?
Well, we'll go into the Neon Garage and find out, because there are several favorites that we got to keep our eye on today.
All right, Darrell, we're ready to race just north of the famed Las Vegas Strip. And I've got to ask, do you feel lucky?
Everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar again with NASCAR 14. Last episode was super cool. Like, I won my first race. So, yeah, we're going to see if we can go ahead and get the repeat back-to-back victories. Now, I am kind of worried here because I didn't start off here in the pole position. So, I'm starting third. What I noticed in the first episode that I did too at the Daytona 500 is I had some real problems with the turns, and it seems like I'm having those same problems here in this one too. So just get out of my way. Get out of my way.
Got one working the top.
All right. So, ooh.
4 wide.
Dang it. I was in first place. Oh, you're going back and forth. Okay, so now that I've gone ahead and gotten in front of everybody, I'm going to make sure I go ahead and try and maintain this as long as I can. Now, going into the turns, it's going to be a little tough. In this episode, too, even though I've had, like, sponsors, well, just one sponsor, but I'm being sponsored right now by a company. I'm starting to get some money in to kind of help out with some things, but I'm really not getting that much at all. So I still am going with, like, a refurbished everything on my car. So I'm trying to go as far inside as I can. Try to shorten the distance even a little bit.
Nice job.
But all right, so it seems like as far as like the turns go and everything, I have the advantage because jeez, how did he fly past me like that?
Clear left side.
Man, I'm sitting here like just holding down the L2 button, which is the gas.
Stay up top.
And I don't know how they got past me like that. I mean, obviously they must have like slingshot past me because they've been sitting in my draft for a while.
Clear low.
But anyway, like I was saying, like the only advantage I really have is in the turns because I go ahead and I start to put on the brake a little bit later than everybody else, and then that gives me a little bit of a boost. But I guess I'm just tapping the 4 spot. I will be perfectly content if in this episode I finish in the top 10. Because I know that these type of races are my weakness. So, I guess the problem about going really far low here is something's going to take my spot. Alright, so that works. Now, I can get in his draft here. Slingshot past him a little bit, but works for me. Back to the top spot. So, already been a big struggle, a big battle between me and everybody else who's been in the top 5. Jeez. That kind of works. Slowed him down a little bit, I thought, but man, this is not good. Not good. Now, I have to stay high, and I was worried about going and hitting the wall, so I had to slow down a little bit.
Okay, let's go get him.
Oh, man, now I'm 20th. So just like that, because of one turn, I go from the top spot to 20th. Okay. Well, I must admit, I'm doing okay. Not getting into a crash or anything.
Car outside, trying to get to your corner.
So,
okay, nice and smooth.
Stay out of my way. Alright, so I knocked a few people back a little bit. Now that's something I'm actually going to be happy about because that can go ahead and put some space between the pack and also me. Because I'm going through like some of these turns and stuff like that, I really don't have to worry about where I am in my lane and stuff. But apparently, we're not done yet. Okay, so I'm definitely watching what's behind me too, so I can get in front of anybody who's trying to pass me. They can bump me, gives me a little bit of a boost sometimes, and that can also slow them down a little bit too, and slow down everybody else behind them, giving me just that much more of an advantage here. So I'm trying to work my way back, but it seems like whatever position that I'm in, like,
Nice pass, man. Keep working.
it's tough to be able to move forward from there. Now, luckily, Edwards is only just a hair under a couple seconds in front of me. So it's just getting through this pack that you can see is going to be the biggest challenge. Like, getting through them without causing the caution to come out.
Inside.
Get out of my way.
Still there.
Man, what was that? That was not on me. That was not on me at all.
On your bumper.
Like, I'm back at the standard difficulty here.
Car at your door.
And some people are just like, I don't know, it's like I got a target on the back of my car or something like that.
Car inside, just looking.
So, I understand, like, I'm not the best driver in this. All right? I mean, I make some mistakes, like, probably shouldn't have done that. But,
Waving the yellow, caution's out.
I don't know, that might actually have been a good thing for me, because then we'll go ahead and we'll all form back up and go with the restart here. So, yep, that was all on me. But, I mean, honestly, like, I don't know. I just wasn't happy that I got hit in the back of the car.
You want to pit, buddy?
No, I don't want to pit. I want to win this thing. Now, midway, or I'm like right in the middle of everybody here, as you can kind of see as I look back a little bit. There's a total of 43, so I guess I'm a couple spots from midway, just a hair under 50%.
One outside.
But we're going with the restart now. And man, that was a terrible start for me. Like, every time I actually go to start a race, like, I either do really, really good,
Got one working the top.
or it's, like, really bad like that. Okay, so I got one position back. The pack in front of me, though, they're still pretty close together.
Still with
So,
you.
drafting there.
Car high.
We're good.
Lights all clear, bud.
Hey, I mean, since we're going with 40 laps here and we're only on 12, like, it's just a matter of going just a little bit at a
Stay up
time.
top.
So,
3 wide, 2 low.
jeez. You were already fine. Why did you sit there and do that?
Clear
That
left.
basically cost me 7 spots.
He's coming on the inside.
But let's do this. I can get it back. I mean, I've got some confidence. I don't think I'm going to get in the top 10. I'd like to finish in the top half.
Car one back.
I think I could still do that here.
Still behind you. Clear right.
All right, so I just passed Dylan. This will take me a while to actually get ahead. So with the different racetracks and everything, since I'm completely unfamiliar with this, remember, I'm like a NASCAR noob. I mean, I really don't know what to expect. So one thing I started doing after this particular race, and I did it not just so that way I wouldn't be so unfamiliar with the tracks and how to race on them, but also for the sake of video length. I did go ahead, or I do want to go ahead and see, like,
Whoa, close call.
jeez.
Great save, man.
Great, I'm basically, like, at the back.
Clear up high.
So I'm going to have to work from 39. Anyway, I don't want all my videos to be 20-something minutes long whenever I'm doing NASCAR. So I'll try and make sure I kind of do that a little bit more here. Because in the video I did before this, it was like 10 minutes long. And that one was just because I didn't know how short the laps were going to be. And now this one I didn't realize it was going to be about 30 seconds. So 40 laps, 30 seconds about in length. Yeah, it's a good 20 minutes right there. You figure in the yellows and stuff too. Jeez. We've got to work on the turns. Like, this is something that I really underestimated going into the game in this particular race, and that was the brakes. Honestly, if I could have gotten some better brakes, just get out of my way. Danica Patrick, you and your GoDaddy.
At your door.
Jeez.
Caution's out. Back her down.
All right. Eat that. But yeah, like, brakes, I totally could have used them in this one. Because if I had some better brakes, I wouldn't have to brake as long, and you know, I could go ahead and maintain my speed too. So I do need to work on, you know, a few other things too, like tuning. Apparently is really, really big. Like my setup and stuff that I have for the car, like I need to kind of learn about that and just how I would want to get it set up. There's different like websites, and I think even on YouTube, like they'll go ahead and they'll post like, hey, This is my setup for this particular race. I may kind of look into that a little bit and just kind of experiment with some things and to see how that ends up going. You know, I just need to get some overall power too. So eventually I'll be earning enough money to where I'm not running with refurbished gear, and instead have got like a custom built engine or even the stock engine, I'd be okay with. But right now I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to not end in 40.
We can do this.
Get out of my way.
Low side's clear.
Like, I don't know what it is, but me personally, like, I try to be a nice guy, but whenever, like, I'm participating in something sports, like, in real life, like, I turn into a huge jerk. And I don't know, like, whenever I play this game, like, I feel like to some degree that kind of comes out.
Watch your rear.
But I don't know. I guess that's kind of amusing for me. So we're at halfway through the race, of course. And, wow, to think I was in the lead at one point in this race. And now
the leader is 4 seconds in front.
we're just trying to get something decent out of here. The longer the game goes, too, or the longer this race goes, geez, now I'm flying. And then I got to hit the turn.
Clear high.
Yep, make sure he's not passing me. The longer this particular race progresses, the more stretched out everybody gets. And the more stretched out everybody gets, the harder it is to be able to get every position. Like you saw in the Daytona 500, like I don't know, like right at the very end, like I just floored through everybody because we had a caution right before the end. And I got, crap, I don't even know, just a whole bunch of spots. But now here, I mean, just as you can see, I'm going to have to make up a lot of time to go ahead and, you know, make it back to where I was before. I'm not talking about like in the lead, but I'm talking about like to 20th. I'd be completely happy finishing 20th here. So going low to get the pass.
The leader is 6 seconds ahead.
So I feel like I'm doing a little bit better
Watch your inside.
as far as the turns go and everything. Though granted, I think I am going a little bit too low at some points. No, I passed you. You're not supposed to pass me. That's the rule. There we go.
You're doing good.
Don't tell me I'm doing good. I'm at 33rd right now.
Low side's clear.
Okay, so every little bit,
Clear right side.
just one step closer. That's how you have to look at this.
Clear on the outside.
Just a step at a time. That's what's most important.
Inside.
I was thinking about going ahead and changing the paint scheme on the car too. I think that might be kind of cool. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, we've only done 3 episodes of this, so it's not like anybody could really be like, oh man, that's your car. Like, it's grown on me and stuff. Well, people might say that, but hasn't necessarily grown on me that much. I don't know, I kind of might experiment with that a little bit and just kind of see if I can come up with something cool. I think it'll be a little bit nicer too with the more sponsors that I get. Kind of put them on the card too. So I'm gonna have to find like my main sponsor. I don't think that'll be for some time. But when I find my main sponsor, that'll be kind of cool.
He's coming on the inside.
Just make that my thing. Ah, dang it. Oh, I'm not happy. Like, I lost so much ground. I'm kind of tempted to go ahead and just knock somebody into the wall or force a caution to come out just so I can get a restart here with everything. I mean, look how far we're all spaced out. I don't know. I might do the noble thing and seriously just try to work my way back into this. And it seems like everybody's clumped together in twos.
Car outside you.
So I can pass a couple at a time. Oh, I went into the grass there. Whoops. Gotta stay out of the infield.
Come on, man. Eyes on the prize. Let's do this now.
Okay.
Got one behind you.
So
approaching your rear.
I think in the next video I will go ahead and invest a little bit in the car.
Outside.
And some of the parts that I get for it too. Jeez, this has been pretty action-packed. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, besides that one crash, I think I've been nearly flawless. Except, well, I really stress nearly, because then that one wall hit, And then I kind of had to slow down at the turn just because I was going too fast for being that high as we were going through the turn. But nobody really behind me. And every turn we go into, this group of 3 in front of me tends to get a little bit closer. I don't know if this is even a smart thing for me to be cutting through like that. I mean, haven't gotten, any type of flags or anything for doing it, or, have to give up a position because I went in that line, so I don't know, it must be good. Okay, I think I can get past Reed up here. Yep, I think we're good. I'm going to go high or low. I'm going to go low.
Way to go, buddy.
I tend to go a lot more low than I do high. I think the only time whoa.
Clear right
Oh,
side.
don't have to worry about him for a while either. Oh, I am such a jerk. Sometimes that really backfires, but I guess I've gotten pretty good at knocking people out of the way who are trying to pass me. Just up into the wall. Okay.
10 to go.
So 10 laps.
Gotta just be smooth, calm. 10-4.
Got 5 minutes left to go. Man, this is gonna be tough going. Okay. So catching the draft. Going down low through this turn. Dylan, luckily,
Doing great.
stays pretty high. So that works for
Lights all
me.
clear, bud.
There we go.
Right
Oh,
side's
looks like
clear.
he was trying to catch my back
9 to
right
go.
tire. Look at that. That was a bad lap, actually, for me.
Closing on the bottom.
Yeah, I really don't think if I would have gotten the pole position or anything like that going into this that I would have had any type of advantage. Just because of the problems that I've had with some of the turns and stuff. Like, in the Daytona 500, like, there I got the pole position. And I obviously wasn't able to maintain it.
8 to go.
Last game I did. But I think in a lot of these
Every position is
shorter
4 points.
tracks,
Check
like
your
that's
outside.
my forte.
One outside.
And I think the
Keep it
next
low.
one is
Keep it low.
Bristol. And I could have an advantage
Go
there.
low.
We'll just have to kind of wait and see now. I mean, that one is a really,
high.
really short track. So we'll see how that works out. Of course,
7 to
any
go.
race that I, of course, place in, I mean, that's points for me on the overall leaderboard. So, I don't know. I might have to be content here in the 30s. I mean, I take a look at what's in front of me, and I really don't see me going ahead and being able to do a couple things. One, I don't think I can hit anybody because I don't think I'm going to be able to make up 1.8 seconds
That's
to get to the
6
next
tenths you
guy
made up on
here
the
with
driver in
the
front.
6 laps left
Okay,
to
let's
go.
We gotta step it up.
So, I mean, I won't be able to pass him. I won't be able to cause the yellow flag to come out and try and go with the restart. So, even though I really didn't do that great, I mean, I did learn a pretty big lesson from here, and that is I cannot sit there and just go with refurbished parts for everything. I may have to choose just one part of my car to go ahead and put in stock equipment and stock parts, but I don't think that
5 to go.
I'm going to be able to do too much. I mean, I don't want to deplete my entire budget on, the early part of the season. I mean, that's something I should save for, like, the very, very end. That way I can get just that extra edge on the overall leaderboard. So, if I can get that, I don't know. I think I'll be happy just trying to be conservative and being careful with my overall income. And I think, too, if I get another sponsor, I mean, that's just all the more that I'm going to be adding to things. Of course, I'm sure as I win more races or place well or just accumulate points, I really think I'm going to have a great opportunity to be able to rack up a lot of cash. And then those last few races, like, I'll be decked out with everything. There is, like, research and development that you can do, too. So I'll, of course, be a big, investing heavily in that, since that can really give me the edge over everybody else, because I may have something special. Now, I have, of course, made up some time, but I'm still sitting at about 1.8. So, yeah. I think if I would have been able to go ahead and pass him, I would have been able to do that by now. So, it's just a matter of surviving.
That's a full second you've made up on the driver in front. Way to go, buddy.
How is that a whole second? I don't think it is. Now, Bane's about 1.8 seconds behind me, so what you see in front of me is pretty close to the distance behind me. Well, I guess not so much anymore. Wait. Yes, it is.
White is out. Final lap.
But I don't know. So, I mean, I don't have to really worry too much about speeding through all these turns and stuff, because I kind of know where I'm going to be placing. Now, I'm kind of curious to see what happens in the first, the race for first here. Obviously, I know it's not going to be me, but we've already seen 3 lead changes. Oh, back to Johnson.
Checkered flag.
Wow, Jimmy Johnson won. Not bad. All right, so I'm going to roll in here at the, 37th. My bad. For some reason, I thought I was 31st. 37. Okay, you know what? Whatever.
Not really the result we wanted, but
Wait.
still a great effort.
I was 31st. Where did I get 37 from? Anyway, apparently I can't read.
It's a long season, buddy. The main
So,
thing is,
all right,
building
Vegas
up
wasn't
some of
that
those
nice to
points.
me. I did not feel lucky. So, anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I appreciate it. More of this to come later on, so make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great jazz. But you guys are phenomenal people. You really are. Thanks for watching. And as always, you guys, I hope you have a good one.